Egotastic FunTime. Hey gang, I'm JP and welcome back to Talking The Orville on Egotastic FunTime. Today we're going to have a great time talking about the new teaser trailer that was just released for Season 2 of The Orville. Breaking down everything I noticed in this short preview, and I actually spent most of the day writing this episode, and I'm really looking forward to talking about... What? Give it to me. What's this? The Orville just released another preview right now for Season 2, and Bortus has a mustache. So everything I just did today is useless because Bortus has a mustache now? Damn it. 2 new previews for the upcoming season of The Orville have just been released, giving us further insight on what we can expect this season on the show, with more explosions, space exploration, exciting adventures that await us, as well as Bortus getting a porn stash.
Oh my god.
The 30-second mini promos show mostly scenes that were already part of the Comic-Con trailer that premiered during the summer, including lots of on-screen text like this December and new missions. But we do get a glimpse at some cool stuff going on next season with Ed, Alara, Bortus, and Isaac. And unlike at Comic-Con, it's nice to see some new special effects that weren't available for us to get a glimpse at during the summer trailer. So albeit short, we're getting a nice taste of new things to come.
Alright!
The season premiere is only 2 months away, and the show is going by the same playbook it went by last year, with premiering after Sunday Night Sports Ball, Sunday, December 30th to be exact, and then moving to its permanent time slot that very next Thursday. Now, I don't know if you guys ever looked at a calendar before, but the amount of days between Sundays and Thursdays is this many. Also, really quickly, you guys, I just wanted to correct a brain fart that I apparently had in a previous video where I stated that we're getting 16 episodes this season. We're getting 15 episodes this season. 14 that were newly ordered by Fox for the Orville's second season, in addition to the carryover episode from last season, Primal Urges. In an interview I watched a couple months ago, John Cassar made a joke that he'd like to get a 16th episode, and my brain got it all mixed up when I made that video last week, so sorry for any confusion. But now I remember...
Remember Chewbacca again? Oh, I love to remember Chewbacca. Remember feeling safe? Remember no ISIS? Remember Reagan? Oh, I remember.
What the f*** is going on with these member berries?
So there's not really any new story details in these teasers, but it's still safe to assume that Captain Mercer gets separated from the Orville at some point and has to fight his way back to the ship. In this scene, Kelly seems pretty determined to find the captain, but she also seems pretty pissed off and kind of defiant.
Gordon, take a shuttle and find the captain.
Aye, Commander.
So I'm assuming Ed got lost due to some sort of treachery, perhaps as payback by the Krill for what he and Gordon did last season when they infiltrated a Krill ship using holographic disguises. Wait a minute. I wonder if you can catch an STD by reusing a holographic disguise worn by a plagiarist. The Krill are definitely back this season, and they have an axe to grind with Ed. But whether or not they have anything to do with the storyline of Ed being stranded on his own in the jungle and the American Southwest are yet to be seen. But it looks like Bortus is sitting down to kick ass and chew bubblegum, and he's all out of bubblegum. Damn it. That was gonna be such an awesome moment. We get this cool shot of Bortus blasting this dude in the jungle. That didn't sound family friendly. When I first watched this scene, my brain told me that he shot a Krill, but when I went back and watched it again, and again, and again and again, it became obvious that my brain is an idiot because there's no way to tell which race this poor sap belongs to at all. We also know that Ed is trying to talk down this mysterious alien from shooting him, but again, there's no way to know who he's talking to. The hand cannon that's being pointed at his face isn't of Krill origin, so perhaps this is a new foe or friend that we're being introduced to here. The previews also give us a little bit of additional footage of the episode Home, where Alara returns to her family on Solea. It looks like there's some sort of intruder, and Alara uses her security training to help keep her family safe, which I suspect will also make her father see how much Alara has grown from her service in the Planetary Union.
Humans, the hillbillies of the galaxy.
From what I can tell, most of the all-new scenes appear to come from the carryover episode from last season called Primal Urges, which is supposed to be a very Bortus-centric episode, as well as being the episode that Nana Visitor was cast to be in last season, but had to turn it down last minute. Nana's character was supposed to be a leader of a society who needs to get her people off their planet before it explodes. Bortus and Isaac are sent down to save everyone, and from the teaser, I can gather with my powers of deducing that her planet's breakup is accelerating.
Planet's breakup is accelerating.
We actually get a really good look at who was cast to take Nana's place in the episode. I don't recognize this actress, you guys, at all, so I don't know if this is a Star Trek cameo or not. So I need you guys to take a look and see if you can tell who this actress is and let me know about it. My mind to your mind. Your Google search engine to my Google search engine, but don't look at my search history. Now, it's not clear when Primal Urges fits into the new season as far as when it airs, but I do know that it's not supposed to be the series premiere. So if it were up to me, I'd place this episode in the number 2 slot and have it air that following Thursday. That way there's no inconsistencies with the old uniform badges all of a sudden popping up later in the season, and no doubt Alara is going to be in the episode. So you need to air this, you guys, before she leaves the ship for good and we're introduced to her replacement, Tala. In the previews, we can clearly hear a voice that I'm assuming is Isaac saying that the planet is breaking up.
Planet's breakup is accelerating.
But is it me, or does Isaac's voice sound very different in this scene? He doesn't sound the same.
Planet's breakup is accelerating. Planet's breakup is accelerating.
Of course, I'm only assuming that that's Isaac's voice because we can see him on screen at the time, but that doesn't mean it's his voice at all and could just be an audio clip from a different scene. Also, listen to this voice over in the second preview.
Welcome back to the Orville.
A male voice saying welcome back to the Orville, and I don't recognize that voice either.
Welcome back to the Orville.
It's got like a robotic tone to it, like Isaac, who's a cybernetic life form, but that's not Isaac's voice.
Planet's breakup is accelerating.
From interviews I've watched, it kind of sounds like the voice of Chris Johnson, who's playing a new recurring character next season named Cassius, but it sounds robotic to me. Does that mean that Cassius is a Kaylon, just like Isaac?
Welcome back to the Orville.
Planet's breakup is accelerating.
I don't know about you, but these puzzle pieces really seem to be forcefully falling into place. We get a great shot of the Orville arriving at some sort of space station in the teasers. I'm not sure what alien race this station belongs to, but I don't recall ever seeing these types of ships before. Perhaps the station belongs to the people that the crew are going to make first contact with this season.
All hands, begin prepping all stations for first contact.
One main thing missing from these previews, except the whole Bortus with a mustache thing, is the humor that we've come to expect from the show. Though the tone is exciting, adventurous, uplifting, and has a nice feel-good vibe to it, these previews are much more sci-fi based. And it's already been officially announced that while the Orville will continue to have its unique brand of comedy remain intact, they're going to really focus more on the sci-fi aspect of the show in comparison to last season, more in line with episodes like Into the Fold and Mad Idolatry. And it's nice to see the Orville finally being promoted properly as opposed to the way Fox promoted the last season. Last year, Fox made it sound like the show was going to be Galaxy Quest the TV series, and it really did a disservice to the Orville's initial audience response. People tuned in thinking they were going to get some goofy show set in space, and they actually got legit Star Trek, but with jokes. It confused everybody.
Guy walks into the doctor's office. The doctor tells him you need an operation. The guy says, I want a second opinion. The doctor says, okay, you're ugly too, but boom.
I'm so glad the Orville didn't turn out the way it was advertised, but I'm totally gung-ho about Amazon's new Galaxy Quest series being developed by Paul Scheer that's due to premiere next year. With these 30-second promos for the Orville Season 2 just hitting the interwebs, and we still have like 2 months before the premiere, expect more sneak peeks into the 25th century to be headed our way soon, you guys. I, for one, am looking forward to learning more about Tala, Cassius, and what other sorts of cameos we can expect next season. But also, I really want to know what you guys are looking forward to seeing. But there's so many questions, like why are Gordon and John racing to the bridge? Does Isaac ever learn the importance of not vaporizing children? Is Bortus's mustache another one of Gordon's pranks? Or does he wear it because Clyden likes the way it looks? Where's Yaphet? Which character will people like more in season 2? Lieutenant Dan or Harry Elefante?
Man, this is bitchin'.
Okay, that's it. That's all I wanted to talk about today, and I talked about it. How about you? Does the new Orville teasers get you excited for season 2, or are you just ready for the damn thing to start already like me? You can let me know what you think by joining the conversation below. Thank you so much for liking, sharing, and subscribing to my stupid show. It really does mean the world to me, you guys. I'll see you very soon, and as always, I hope all your times are egotastic fun times. Love you, bye-bye! Egotastic fun time, we're gonna have a great time. Egotastic fun time, give me all your money. Give him all your money. You will find it funny. Just give me money. I love money. Give me all your 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 money.